Hello, I am Marz, the smartest man on earth. We are listening today to Morning Star by Jarrett Osborn, his RPM 2024 record. If you're one of the 5 people who's watching this who's not one of my music friends, this is going to get a little inside baseball. I'm going to talk about the musicians that I kind of virtually musician with. I think it will be very interesting, but I'm going to, name check a bunch of people you've never heard of. Absolute gun to my head. Who's my favorite artist in the, in this community? It's you. It's Jarrett Osborn. Everyone on that board has done some things that I have loved. L17 with catalog artist Howlin' Island, Whisper Number. Keith Landry, one of the greatest pieces of songwriting I have ever heard. I just put the color in drive. He's done some great stuff. Wilson's done some great stuff. Gary Fox has made a couple of albums that I absolutely love. Everything you do, Jarrett Osborn, is great. It sounds great. So, I'm reviewing this record for a couple of reasons. One, this is the thing I'm doing. But 2, you are talking a lot on the boards these days about how you are fed up. So, not fed up, like you feel like you're running dry. Your creative energy is running dry. Actually, let's read this. That you posted the other day. So you're just done with songwriting. I'm sure many of us have been there where we feel like we're just spitting out the same stuff. Inspiration is not linear, our lives are not linear, our art isn't a faucet you can simply turn on or off. I'm of the mind that you shouldn't force songwriting when you're not feeling it, even if that means long stretches of not writing. Just let things be. You don't have to decide or determine if and when you'll write. If you don't, then you don't. Okay. Yes, I'm going to take that. I mean, you've been making this noise a little bit, for a while, just feeling frustrated and stuck. So, this review is, what can we do to get Jarrett Osborn unstuck? Why is Jarrett Osborn not famous? In some ways, that is not an interesting question, because the reasons for that is you're not 20 and hot and, that would be the story, I think, with this music. You were out there as a kid making the sound. So I've been talking over this first song, Morning Star, but this is a really prototypical Jarrett Osborn track. Amazing, not just voice, but vocal sound. That is a really interesting voice. That is like a classic 70s, 80s. Reminds me of Christopher Cross a little bit. I think you get that comparison a lot. Really interesting rock changes. Really typical. We came to the end of this song. I don't know exactly what they are. I could figure them out. I've never sat down and figured out they are. But there are a couple of 1 to major 3 or something changes that you just really love. I'm just guessing what that is. But, I'll point them out as they go by. I will listen to anything that you do. Your rhythm section is immaculate. We'll get into the critiques because I want to do a deep dive into this question. Why are you not famous? And let's say Hustleonia famous would be nice, right? It would be nice to develop a following with this music. And that's hard. So if you want to start with Jarrett Osborn, this is the album I started out with, Ghost Runner. It is freely available here on Bandcamp at jarretosborn.bandcamp.com. This is the album I started out with. I discovered this record at the same time I discovered Lost in the Dream by The War on Drugs, which is an amazing album. I burnt them both to CD. I put them in my car that only had a CD player. And I switched back and forth between those 2 records for 3 months. And I was like, I said on the board, I was not sure which one is better. Lost in the Dream is better, I'm sorry. But this Ghost Runner is just it's a lovely listen. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ, that's awesome. Listen to that. So, I said this was going to be a little bit of a shit sandwich. I've heaped praise upon you. Now we're going to, I want to genuinely address this question. How could you get better? that's really hard for you. This is an incredible sound. So let's start with your mixing. Everything is in, I'm listening to this on crappy headphones, but even on really good speakers, this sounds pretty damn good on headphones, and I think you mix on headphones. If you must continue to mix on headphones, mix on AirPods, because you've got all of your sound in the middle here. There's a little bit, you got cymbals, I can hear your hi-hat and but there's really nothing else up there. There's just not a lot of air. And you got everything sort of bounced around your voice, so your voice kind of backs in. And you have a great voice, and it should be out front. And this is EQ, I'm making EQ gloves. You got to carve some stuff out and really compress your voice so that it stands out. And that is the one problem you have. You sing in a frequency that is, here where everything else is. That's one. This has 9 plays. And at least 3 of them are me. So, that's a chord change right there. So one of the effects of everything in your music being in the middle is I have a real trouble making out the lyrics. And I think that, in fact, you are a really good songwriter. The net effect, I'm sorry for being really harsh here, but what I get out of your lyrics is that I don't know what the words are, and I need to know what the words are. The words are important. You write good lyrics you're writing good songs about, the stuff you feel you're doing. So I want to hear it. And I can't right now. Here's the other thing I would like to see you do. And I don't know that this is going to give you anything, but I'd like to see you try it. You are really in love with weird chord changes, and they sound great, and they are awesome, but every single one of your songs has them. Your songs all go somewhere unexpected, and that's awesome. What if you did a 1-4-5 song? What's the poppiest, rockiest song you could do? If you wanted to sound, just write really stupid modern rock song that would chart, what would you do? I'll give you, here's your challenge. Write that song. I'll give you one weird chord change that you can do on the bridge when you need to get things interesting. But also, that's incredible. Can I be with 5 fans? I mean, that's something you really, for me, you are hitting this perfect niche of, you sound a little bit you always remind me a little bit of Toad Duet Sprocket, in your kind of rockiness. It hits this perfect early 90s vibe for me. You're just right there. I talk about this a lot, everybody on the boards, is just recreating a piece of music or a sound that from it's essentially their youth. Yes. This album, like every Jarrett Osborn album, everything that you make is awesome. You do it in a month, I think you just throw yourself into it and do nothing else. That's what it sounds like. Everything you do is awesome. I don't know what to tell you. This one also, songwriting, man, as I said, from your mouth to God's ear, man. You see this coming as well. The tidal wave entertainment, all custom built. It's coming. The recording artist is dead. This is great songwriting. It's great. Also, Mata Hari. I'm sorry you're sick of this, or you're sick of what you're writing. I'm not. I will listen to the next thing you do and the next thing and the next thing. I will enjoy it like I have been enjoying. All right. I am Marz, the smartest man on earth. This has been Morning Star by Jarrett Osborn. Jarrett, it's always a pleasure. This is my record, Songs That Made Me by the Calculus Affair, available wherever music is found. You want me to review your record? you've made a record, you want me to listen to it and react to it like this, hit me up on Discord. I am Marz, the smartest man on earth. Until next time.